Talia ban on Punyon. Vi banning its owner, fair enough. Sejuani, okay. Owner versus Pyosik, classic. Kalista ban, okay. Rumble Chase, Varus Azir. Sinzao. Is it a first pick Azir for Faker? If they don't ban Azir, they're banning Sinzao, I guess. I'd be surprised if they ban Jace or Rumble or Gwen. Okay, they ban Jace. Weird. So it's Azir, Rumble, Gwen, and Sinzao. Faker Azir. Gwen Sinzao goes quite crazy here. Pick Sinzao. Otherwise, owner will steal it. Neferi. Interesting that they took Neferi. I feel like owner would eat up a Sinzao whenever possible. Surprised they didn't take that away from him. Rumble, nice champ. Does Rumble fit the comp with Azir? Maybe not, but it's into Gwen, so probably the best pick they have. Orianna, interesting. So both bot lanes drop. Now you just spend either Guma champs or blind supports. Jhin is a good Guma champ here. Yeah, nice spend. Okay, I mean Ashe is quite hard to play into DNF. Ezreal is a good champ for DN Freaks. Maybe here I would ban Kai'Sa or something if I was Freaks, but I don't know if it's a thing against Guma. I feel like Kai'Sa does a lot of work. I just really hope Guma doesn't pick Corki. Oh, they're gonna go Xayah Rakan 4-5 here, I think, T1. Do not let them have Xayah Rakan DN Freaks, otherwise you're gonna lose the game. They are 100% going Xayah Rakan. Ooh, they could change it to a Lulu lane now. But I think Xayah Rakan is where it's at. Because they can play Kai'Sa on 5. It was so obvious. I think DN Freaks has given everything T1 would have ever wanted. It's a perfect draft for T1. They have Xayah Rakan, their best bot lane I would say, for Gary Aguma. Faker Azir, owner on his best AD jungler, and Doran in a strong laner. I think they have everything they need. I would really appreciate it if you click subscribe. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video.
Here into the bottom lane.
Where's
some of
Bulldog?
the crazy 2v2s we've had with
He got benched for Punyon,
which, we've seen some crazy all-ins.
I don't know, I mean DNF is 0-8, right? They're trying to make anything work right now. The problem DNF have is spring standings carry over to summer, so in summer they'll be 0, they can go 0-32, yep.
Yep, level 2 going to be gained, and the level
or they can go 0-36 rather. I just think Guma Keria will... I don't see Guma Keria losing the game playing Xayah Rakan into a last place team playing for Sana Alistar. Like, I just don't see it. Someone's going to have to really run this game down for them to lose this. I mean, Dudu has exhaust and the pot and the biscuit. This could go horribly wrong. I mean, they have to stack Sinzao Q on the turret.
Q doesn't have any stacks right now.
Oh man, this could be really problematic. Let's see how he does manage to do this. As Doran actually tanking the turret, has to flash to get out of the way.
Bro, he has exhaust and biscuits, but the redive might work.
But now it's going to be Ona starting this one off. Can he actually tank this effectively? As the answer is no.
The Rumble, but
Gwen TPing bot here is actually really good for her because she collects an entire wave despite the dive, so she'll be even with Rumble. Tristana loses a little bit, but Gwen loses TP. I feel like Owner could have flashed out. I think Owner needs to flash out there.
Didn't have to use it on that top side of the map. In fact, probably could have perhaps saved his life, as there's a flash out from Pyosik as well. He's level 5, another Pulverize comes in as Gumayusi in trouble once again. Explosive charges on in the rocket jump.
Yes, barrier, but is he dead?
Gumayusi in so much
he should be
trouble.
dead. Why isn't Berserker jumping?
There's the battle dance as we've got the flash through from
Berserker.
Pyosik takes down Guma. Headbutt
oh,
to push
headbutt on Carry, I'm not sure about. Does he have dashes?
Going completely ballistic here, and it's DNF.
Oh, he missed.
All of the value.
That was a good size of
like
Carrier.
Why
does Guma walk up? I think the life kinda into it there, but I like the setup from DNF jungle support. I like the fact that they were first to top side, putting wards down, looking for a kill. But I'm confused how that fight even happened.
As life is everywhere on this map right now. The needlework
but Dudu is but I think it doesn't matter.
But it equals nothing, ladies and gentlemen.
It equals nothing. Faker was struggling in lane. And then DNF force in topside. I'm surprised T1 took the extended fight when Azir needs to
Great buffer
Base?
there
I think he based. Did he base? Show the replay. So look mid. Faker's kind of struggling a bit, but I guess Pungyon is...
It's really hard for Faker to actually come over here and commit
now
to this
Faker's
fight
gonna...
while Pioshik is in the area. And also
I can't
Berserker
really
comes
join
down
this,
here, and then
but
they
Kuma just kind
overcommit
of
to
walked
this
into
play
Alistar
without
combo.
Faker. If Faker
It's
is
like the
actually
worst
here,
form
I
of
think
engage.
this play makes a ton of sense here by T1, but it's a miscommunication, and Guma is unfortunately just going to get run down despite
I think
Carrier's
Life
best
just needs to take the
efforts
small win, by the way.
save his
Here,
life here.
I don't
Carrier
like
there's
this.
the
I mean, if he
flash, Life has
W's
the ball,
owner, it's
knocks
fine. I
him
think he
back
probably
in.
accidentally hit
Carrier his
Rakan.
life for it, though.
Obviously, always feels fantastic. He's
Oh God, Life.
missing a combo.
Let's
Sometimes you just want to
pretend
send
we
a
didn't see
message,
that.
ladies and gentlemen, and the message is
Let's just pretend we didn't
sometimes
see
don't
that.
work. And he can sort of
Okay,
shockwave him
first
around,
Drake's
get
still
the
not dead. I
dissonance
think
down, and
Piosik's doing
he
it
can
now.
sometimes even if it comes over.
Bro,
This
Life,
is
you're either
another
doing the best
pulverize.
Alistar combos or the worst
And
Alistar combos
wanders
I've ever
around,
seen
you know,
in a
he's
singular
trampling
game.
the ground a little bit and all
Like,
that
what
sort of
is
stuff.
this?
It's great to see. Go over to
Dorat
T1 as
doesn't
well.
have TP yet, but Berserker is laning bot against him. But I think Berserker's thinking of jumping on Rumble maybe. What is Berserker doing? Okay, he's going for wave. I think AD carries maybe aren't like, they're like, oh, jump on top of the Rumble. The Rumble one-shots him. Rumble's moving up.
Try and take
I
just
think DNF
that
has to
one,
give.
Instead, they're looking for a team fight. Faker with
Trying to TP bot.
Was down ultimate, Berserker
5
decided
grubs,
to
not
stay,
bad.
but
Faker's
it was
recovered a lot in this lane.
Lock that
I think
one
T1
down,
wins
see
3v3,
what the
yeah.
soul's going to go
Tristana got, basically what happened in this last 2 minutes of sequence is Tristana got a lot of solo XP, and Gwen got a lot of XP, and Guma Doran gave XP for grubs.
Just getting on in there as Pungyon gonna get flashed
Nice pick
on
by Faker.
The shockwave does connect.
Is it a winning fight, though?
They do manage to at least go 1-for-1.
It is definitely a winning fight. They have to be careful of the
Trying to
TP
get
though.
himself out of there, but that is
Ooh.
somehow Carrier
Doran has
surviving.
no
I have
TP.
no
T1
idea
is
how
stuck
he
in the
lived
enemy
there.
jungle.
The rest of DNF making their way in
Nice
there with
ult by
Life once
Guma.
again, starting this fight. Over the wall is
Knock
Carrier,
up by
finds the knock
Carrier.
up there onto Dudu,
Flashes.
who now puts down the mist. He's trying to stay alive, but it's not quite working. The need to work. Oh my God, he manages to
Gets
get
one.
as Owner goes down and Faker is on the floor.
Guma
Now the
Carrier
rest of
is
T1
cooked here.
are on the wrong side of the fight. Untargetable is Pioshik's able to take down
Oh, nice
Carrier.
flash by Berserker.
And now Guma with no friends
Yeah, the
left,
4-man
has
kinda
nowhere to
deep.
go.
Can they save the
Thankfully,
turret?
Doran's
None that play
getting
on
the
Orianna
turret.
without
Whether they're
TP.
gonna be able to
Doran?
save it as, he takes a lot of damage.
I think he wins that Doran, no?
Pungyon, as now he's going to try and cook him, and
Big.
there he goes.
Good job, Dorat.
No flash in this exchange.
Okay,
Can't
the
get
play would have been a
away. Thought he had
nightmare
the
if Doran
damage
died
to
there as
take
well, but he
Doran out.
didn't.
He loses the turret. Nice turnaround
At least
there
he gets
for
a kill
DNF
and a
on
tower.
the fight. Ends up being another kill going
This is
over
just
T1
TP
in
diff,
the
right?
end.
This is just TP advantage.
T1 will not be
You know,
able to
even though
win.
it looks
Oh,
terrible,
Doran is pushing
Doran
that
got a
top
lot of
turret.
gold there,
That's
so
the
he's
tragedy
fucking
of this
happy.
because
Show it to
we
me,
see the
Doran.
respawn of the here, and Doran already has a ton
So
of
watch
heat
Orianna
built
here.
up.
She
Takes a lot of
QWE'd and then
damage
she
here from the
Qs
turret.
W's
Once the
here
turret is
again, I
down
think.
here, he's like, all right, I win
So
this
that's it, she has
auto
no
fight. Sure, your
cooldowns.
autos are ramping, but mine ramp.
Now Doran
Kind of
has
a
TP
disaster,
for
like,
Drake,
committed TP.
and Dudu doesn't, so DNF
Yeah,
need
they
to
lost the
force in
turret
this
and
Drake.
still lost a lot of that
Is
on the
DNF
way.
gonna win a
So
series
it's going
this
to be
split? Yes, they will.
game-changing. Some gleaming
I'm
proof
sure they will
value,
beat Bro or
and
they
some
will
scrap
beat
shield, I
Yeah.
suppose.
The Rift Maker as well. Like, once
DRX
that
or some
comes in,
shit.
Doran,
I mean,
I'm worried for T1 though,
potentially Azonia
a little
in the
bit.
mix, like
Not
that
super
does
worried,
end up
but
being huge
I
for him
just
as
feel like
well.
this Gwen
But,
champ is
yeah, like I
absurdly
said,
broken.
still a very
here to Dudu as over the wall goes Owner, and they look to just take down the turret immediately.
Big kill.
The knockup does connect, and now Dudu's going to
Big
try
kill.
and get in there.
Oh, that's a lot of
No,
AoE
no,
damage
no,
from the
Doran's
Gwen, though.
already flashed away. Huge pulverizes the Gwen.
That's a
does
nice
go
rumble.
down with the equalizer. Positioned pretty well.
Oh no,
Shot.
Berserker.
Gets Carrier out of there with his life, and the
Big kill for
Featherstorm
Guma, shut down.
will eviscerate the Tristana.
Berserker
This is the
Tristana
kind of
ulted them
team
away
fight
from
we
the
wanted to
Orianna
see
ult.
out of T1.
He Malphite ulted in and then he saved them. I just think that you can't knock them away like that. If Pungyon actually gets his ult off there, Carrier dies and then they get a reset for Berserker.
Bit of something.
True, if this was Caedrel Orianna, the game would look a lot different. So it's 40 seconds on Drake, but Tristana does not have Infinity Edge, so
in this game.
a bit tricky to just join a Drake fight.
So little that as
Yeah, I don't think DNF have the items to fight this Drake. They'll probably just give it.
Yeah, and you can imagine that Berserker
Just
pretty
give it.
close as far as what they want to be playing. We're starting to see the DNF not really able to do much about it. His life is just going to get cooked, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, he lost heal, flash, and ult. And he died.
And Faker's able to pick that one up, but they also get Berserker as well. Just sweeps them up underneath the turret. Pungyon gets in. It's another
nice knock by Owner. Not much follow-up though. They had a rumble ult or something there, could work. They'll get Atakan here, T1. I think that should be game with their champs. Mid tier 1 is big, Atakan's big. I think they're in a spot where they'll run away with it now. I just don't see this Tristana Orianna coming back in the game. They're just too far behind now.
So what he's going to be saying is Carrier moves
Chop,
down towards
chop,
the spot.
chop.
So I
Holy
don't
fuck,
think he's
Gwen.
going to be saving this. Can actually secure their red buff. That's going to be an important thing.
Okay, man, I feel like Life. He's done a lot of weird things this game. Ooh, almost one shot. Free Nash, P06 in base, should be easy. There's really nothing DNF can do at this point. They actually cannot do anything. Their champs just don't work. The threat of Alistar is not high enough on DNF for the game to feel like they have chances. He just oops the wave. When you get to a point where you're only engaged as Alistar, and if Alistar combos in, he's always just gonna die because you're getting outranged, then you're just gonna lose. Unless he gets like a 4-man knockup or some shit, or a 3-man knockup into an Oriental. Obviously, I think draft is like hard if they fall behind. I think there's always ways to win though, no matter what your draft is, right? Like, there is a world where they contest the Drake, Gwen pushes aside to tier 2, TP's behind on Alistar, flash combo, 3 people, Reynolds, Miracle, you know. There's always miracles to be made, but I don't think there's any to be made this game for sure. I respected what Berserker did, going back to Korea. I respect that. He could have stayed in an A and got like paychecks, but I think he probably wants to go to Korea to play like higher level and win. But yeah, the win part didn't really work out. That Rumble ult was disgusting, Doran. Like, you see that? Alistar combo into Reynolds, something like that is how they would win, right? But now they're too far behind.
Tanking up 2 turrets as Life does get the pulverize onto Guma, who will eventually go down. That was actually an absolutely sick play. They trade 1 for 1.
I mean, it was 1 for 1, and they didn't lose the 3rd in him, but
playing with their food a little bit here.
T1 just have to reset and open. The base they should win.
And then Punyan has to flash. It's actually a really good.
Was a nice play by Life actually. Headbutt into Q flash.
Life with a really nice play here onto Guma, and they rip him off the map. That was actually
Rumble ult was a bit troll. I think Guma just has to flash the Alistar headbutt.
His next point.
Wasn't Dudu good last year? Yeah, Dudu was great last year. I mean, it was KDF before DNF, right? And KDF was really good last year. Is Bulldog there? I think just sub in Bulldog for next game. No offense to Punyan, but this game just looks fucking rough, man.
Faker goes in, finds Punyan one more time, and I just don't think he has any way out. In fact, he does not, as Faker goes golden. And the red carpet is there, Life unable to walk down that one. That's a little too hot. Gets cooked anyway by Doran here. As now Ona goes in with a nice knock up onto Dudu. He has the miss down, but I just don't think he's going to be immune. And there it goes.
Not super clean.
On the fountain, the Sand
a bit of hiccups, but win for T1 as expected. I think with these champs, it's really hard for T1 to lose against a team like DNF. I feel like it's way too much comfort. Way too much comfort. They have like 3 of their best champs to clutch on. Zaya, Azir, Rakan. These 3 champs for T1 are 3 clutch champs. They just, no matter how the game's going, they'll probably find something. Maybe not the win I think T1 would have wanted though. A little too close in the early game, mid game. Run it back, T1, run it back, get a 2-0. Kalista, Sion, Sejuani. We are first picking Jace. T1, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to ban Jace or what? Expected ban there for the Jace. What have you got for me, Guma? You got a Jin 1-2 here? Jin Maokai here would be disgusting. But I just don't think it's a very LCK thing to do. I think Victor is like, yeah, Victor is just an LCK thing, isn't it? Sure. Do you do like a Pantheon Ahri here, or do you just... I feel like Jarvan angles are not bad in these states. If they can't play something like Nidalee, then Jarvan value goes up. I guess Poppy is a bit scary on 3. But I would be surprised if Owner doesn't take like a Pantheon on 3 here. Viego. Varus, Ryze, Viego. Ryze Viego quite short range. Yeah, there's the Owner Pantheon. Maybe they should have tried to contest that pick. This is Punyan's second Ryze game in his career. Nautilus ban, nice. I mean, they can set up anything they want on 4 here, I think T1. I think the one thing they can't do is blind the melee support on 4. If they want to blind like Leona, they can ban Braum there, then the enemy bans Leona, and then you probably have to... I do like a top blind here and then a Bard on 5. I'm feeling a Bard here somewhere. They are going to take the Leona on 4 without a Braum bend, really. I feel like Braum into Jin, Pantheon, Leona is really strong with Varus. Will Doran get a lot of value out of counter pick top?
I like this a lot because what Faker is on is just
Dudu will just blind Gnar. I mean, Leona fits T1's comp, it's good, you know. Oh, GP goes kind of crazy here, I'm not going to lie. GP Jin Victor into Varus Rise.
Jin, unironically.
That sounds fantastic.
Doesn't always quite reach with the hop available, so I feel like you feel pretty safe in the.
Just
Today,
one game.
I'll forgive you for
Who wins this game?
There are
I mean,
a lot of them.
I think the draft is great for T1. I think the only thing they can lose against is a Fed Jax.
Okay. Like,
If Jax gets ahead, I'm a little bit scared
for
T1's comp.
I'm not confident.
The way their champs interact, Pantheon and Leona are very on-hit based.
Disaster strike.
Jhin
I'm not saying it's never happened,
into
but
Jax.
it usually doesn't happen in the laning phase. You
Can
know,
be
we're
quite
not
tricky.
seeing we don't
Everyone
have to say
uses
it
that
for the
Jax
whole year,
skin.
but
I guess it is just the
something
cleanest Jax skin,
has to
right?
change for
Kind of feels all
So
right.
T1 a
because
bit of
you
bot
can
push.
backload a lot of your damage.
Should be fine
if
in
you
mid as
hold
well
on to
early.
those
There
It's
are-
closer than
definitely
IG
some,
versus
some
AL.
butts in there.
Wow.
I
Pantheon
shouldn't
clear
have,
speed is
doubted
slower. What
him
power is he?
as
I
one
guess
of the
he went
Jaxes
Krugs into
could
red.
win the Gnar matchup.
Yeah.
Early in the first few levels.
Does Owner just press
I mean,
B
there
after
was
he
a
finishes
time.
this?
There was a time where we'd be
Nope,
like,
he's
dude,
ganking top or
one
covering
of our
top.
best.
We
Doran
always
shows up
swap
with
at
full
4
HP
to
in
5
the bot
minutes.
lane and you have
Always,
to
always,
It
always. But on the
also
new
is
patch, you
cute,
can't
right?
do
Because
that
they
anymore,
kind
I
of
think. Unless the
faked
matchup
a,
sucks, because there's no
gentle-
objective.
No, never mind. It was Doran actually
You
starting
swap,
off
you
the
just
lane, so
lose
Dudu
Drake for
actually
free.
was going to change.
timing on that.
Yep, I guess he just knew that he wasn't in any danger as the Ignite already down onto Gumayushi. He's going to flash. This dive is dangerous, but still
One for
able
one.
to pick it up. Life
But
just
Carrier gets
deciding
killed. Oh,
that
it's
he's
2 for
gonna
1?
have
No,
to
it's not.
sacrifice himself as
Oh,
Carrier
it's 2
gets
for
another
1.
kill. And Berserker not going to be able
2
to
kills
challenge
for
him that one. So
Carrier.
that I would
The enemy
That
jungle
dive
on
was a
the
bit
bottom
scuffed.
side
I
of the
think
map.
Guma's flash
Yeah,
was
so he
pretty
wasn't
good.
there.
I want to
On
say
the
he flashed
other
Rel
hand,
W and
that's Leona.
Viegold.
up the turret
He
aggro.
sidestepped Rel W and he
you know,
flashed
they make
Viegold.
sure that
Not
they
bad.
can still
In terms of what Viego's
Unhit
supposed to
Varus
do,
against these
but,
champs.
nameplates on, I'm concerned.
Yeah, there's that paper one.
Not respecting, but Pioshik is going to come over here.
Yeah, there's
Oh
the
my
flash
god,
in as-
Pioshik,
I
really?
don't know about the angle on the stun. The
What
gravity
the
field's
fuck?
fantastic there as well. And faking an after flash because there is a shattering strike.
The worst part
coming
is he's
on
still
over.
dead.
And
Oh my
Pioshik gets
God.
his second off.
Goes down, tries to
Well,
look
I
for a
guess he
trade
gets the kill.
but doesn't find it.
And he got Victor
Using
flash.
his flash on the
Pioshik gets to use it in that fight.
Would DNF be
Obviously,
top
the
4 in the
flash looked a
LTA?
little comical, but it, like,
Actually,
it was
probably
because
not.
Faker walked full.
Flash. I don't think he's going to come down. They're going to look for a bottom play here instead on the Dudu.
Yeah. The Gnar stun into the turret, and Dudu does manage to at
Chain
least get
CC is
counter
big.
strike back as he
Oh, he
throws
flashed
down the
Pantheon's
ulti.
Q.
Doran will need to pick up turret aggro, but
Dudu.
I think that was a level up for Dudu. Look at him, eating through
Bro,
these
how much
cookies,
is he
feeling a
healing?
whole lot better,
Like,
but
is
still,
that real?
He's gonna get taken.
Freaks.
Yeah, the good news for
Also
DM
a
Freaks
pretty
is
fast pushing Rise as well.
They have a
feel
1-3-1
really happy
comp
if
with
he's
6
left alone on the
scrubs,
side lane.
is
Fast
dangerous.
PvE.
Deadly Flourish coming on down here.
And
as
T1
Gumayushi
only
with
have
a
one
lot of
Drake
damage
at
onto Berserker, and now the curtains have been called. Let's see how the do-si-do goes here for Berserker as Solar Flare goes wide. That's a lot of ultis going in directions that they
T1
didn't really
only
wanna
have one
go.
Drake at
But
three-
still,
at,
that is
12
a lot
minutes.
of pressure onto the DN Freaks AD carry. Doran still realizing that things are
Get the
a little
Jax
bit
ahead.
difficult here in the 1v1 as there's the Magnet Storm. He tries to get himself out. Heartbreaker comes forward.
Nice
There is
by
the Grand
Owner. Holy
Skyfall,
shit,
and Dudu
what a
goes down
save.
once again. Doran is still alive, and Pioshik's on the wrong side of the map.
What a save by
dive
Owner.
attempt here as Gumayushi down towards the bottom side, and the wallop will take down the Rel. And
Firefighter.
things are going wrong a little early.
They don't end up finding any success.
He might have
with
to
their
ult out,
plays.
but Victor
Wingman
can.
is now also
Wow.
100%.
That was an insanely quick cancel
the
by
Realm
Faker.
Warp,
What?
An immediate Chaos Storm interruption. as
Insta
Wingman
cancelled it.
realizes that he may as well try and clear the wave. And he does do that.
But
He is
I don't know why
surviving
Rise is
quite
ulting
some
in front of a
time,
Victor. Of
but
course he
that's
can't get out.
another gravity fire one more time.
Has Flash.
my
Still
God,
gets
life.
caught, pops over, and then just walks back towards the turret here when the follow-up Heartbreaker comes through from Pioshik. Like, they really
think
wanted to
DNF
force
is
it.
just
I don't know how else
so
to say it,
uncoordinated.
but in this case, they could have played a little bit slower, but they knew the rotation would come through if they slow played.
It's like disturbing to
and
watch.
they just felt really priced into that.
But like
Don't
they're
know if
also
they should
misplaying
have,
everything.
but-
Yeah. And he just wants to finish this one off,
No wave.
but there is no wave, so he takes a turret shot for fun. And Carrier,
Nice positioning by
he's going
Carrier.
to turn up.
Misplayed
Solar
build.
Flare doesn't connect. The Rel is in the area, but Dudu is still going down incredibly low. Good shattering strike there just to get him out. But now Pungyang
He's
having
dead
to deal
again.
with some attention on the top side as the stun comes through, and
Wow.
Pioshik not going
He's
to
dead
be here
again.
in time.
Jesus,
Just
man.
elects
DNF
to
are
get himself
bleeding on
stunned
both sides.
as
Their
they
jungle
take down
support
the
are
Rise
just
yet
completely
again.
dizzy.
And
They're
that
getting
speeds the strength
outpaced,
with the turret going
outplayed,
down bottom
outhanded.
side here. It didn't go
Stable
as
game
badly
from
as I
T1.
thought here for DNF,
I think
but
the only hiccup was
still end
like
up losing
the
out on
mid
both
gank, I
sides
guess.
of the map. And that's a thumbs up for me,
Faker
but
still considered the best.
It's going to be a
No.
mountain. So
Okay.
it's out of turret. I mean,
The
this
best
is
of all time, yes.
6 scrubs for DNF.
The best right
and
now.
they're losing structures
Not
all
really.
over the map.
if you can't hit the turrets, they don't really
But that's
end
the
up
thing
getting
with
much
Faker.
value, do they?
Yeah, this is the problem.
He's never
with
top,
the grub situation.
like, top
Sort
1 or
of,
top
it's
2 in a
bit of
row
win more scenario.
until it really matters
we
for some
remember the
reason.
early stats for the 6 grubs. It was what, 30% win rate or something?
When it
like
really
it was
fucking
even
matters,
worse.
It
he
was
just turns
definitely
into like a
very low.
diamond.
But it usually
And it's like it's proven in multiple instances, right?
But Faker got a turret. You know, these are the
like Worlds
kind of trades you
23, I think.
T1 when you're already up a dragon. So
Faker and Owner went ballistic.
Solo dragon to be tied in Drakes isn't really an issue
Worlds
for you.
24, Faker went ballistic in the finals.
Rift Herald, we'll see a teleport here from Pungyan, and this may be the last stand here, the last fight for DNF.
Yep, Life is just going to move in, already down to half health as a teleport from the Jax
Worlds
to
22,
deliver
he
him
had
to the
some
middle
big
of
moments.
this fight. It's going to be an honest 5v5 as Faker
He's a big
makes
Worlds
his way
player.
down. Boomerang value actually quite high there as the Flak Magnus Storm comes in.
He's
from
a bit of an
Life.
enigma.
They're going to see whether they
No
get
reset
the
for Viego
first
on
kill
Gnar.
in this fight.
Why
It's
does
so
Doran?
The transformation is fantastic.
The jump was
with the
nice.
first
He died
kill.
for it though.
It was T1's and they line it up with a couple more as well. Now the curtains are being called. The Grand Starfall comes down and Berserker, I don't think he's winning this battle against Owner as Owner may actually
Alright, wrap it up DNF. It's a 0-9 angle.
His way out of there. And T1, they only
So DNF going 0-9 basically means that they lost the first round to everyone. They've lost to every team now. Early prediction for who wins Worlds this year. I don't know, I think Hammerlife will win Worlds this year. I feel like this year is going to be a Hammerlife Worlds win and like Zeus best player of like the 2020s era, kind of.
And that's good respect to be shown there, but still they
I feel like the Zeus era is going to happen this year.
Doran, that was a bit silly.
And the return of like Viper to the world title. And that kind of shit. Peanut gets his first. Like I think there's loads of Hammerlife story stuff that'll happen this year. I think it's the most. If I could choose a timeline, it would be Hammerlife winning as well. Seeing Peanut win his first Worlds would be like iconic.
This is going to be so tricky, and they're very split.
They really are. They just need to find something, some form of fight, even if they don't manage to deny this.
Like Chobi's been grinding for it, but Peanut's been grinding twice as long for it.
Just towards the rest of the team.
And Peanut actually lost the world final. Chobi didn't even play one yet. Alright, they got Atakan. I don't know how, but on my screen there is a level 15 Pantheon at minute 22 running around the map.
It was just
absolute demonic.
And okay.
Owner has found Life, but there is Life's kind of into that, as Berserker just going to throw a bunch
level
of autos
15.
into,
Look at him.
Okay, does he just win this? Oh god,
look at him.
So scary. There is 990 gold going over to Pioshik once again as the Deadly Flourish comes down. Carrier could be dead. The resets are starting to come in. But perhaps the curtains have now been called. Dudu going to soak one of them. Pioshik soaks another as he heartbreaks his way out.
Well,
so that's all they're going to get.
I guess he didn't have the Son of Skyproc on the...
maybe an
I saw two of them, I didn't see the third one.
Alright,
T1, start Baron. Push out some mid-waves. Get carry up here, start the Baron. Wrap it up. DNF, put the fries in the bag, buddy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh, Carrier can dive that now.
At least put him in.
Carrier smells.
He does manage to do
smells a fight. He wants to be involved.
So he might get interested.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
back up here for Pungyan as
he looks from afar. Boy, close.
Doesn't quite connect there as
Carrier, he's like instigating, you know? He's like the enabler. Owner is almost level 17. He's about to drop a 4-level difference on enemy jungler. Oh my god, Owner, stop it.
The Chaos Storm came down.
4-level difference? What?
Teleport back down towards the bottom side. This is where Doran lives. He's got those upgraded shoes.
Okay, well, maybe Pioshik makes it across the 14.
Like,
just Pantheon ult in Owner, please. Just do it for me. Just fucking get in there. That's the problem with being too fed sometimes. You just want to go in.
As T1 look to siege this one out with their new Baron that they've
there
put
it is.
together. The
Fuck it.
Once again, it's a very aggressive dive from Owner, who may actually get taken out here.
Classic, and he dies.
managed to get the kill on the Pantheon. The resets are starting to come in as Gumiushi could be in trouble.
Oh my god, it's so classic. You feel so OP and fed, you just go in and die.
God mode here in the backline. Life going to be taken out. The death ray, my god.
Boom.
Combined with the curtain call. T1 just say
Alright, I think if T1 lost this series, then it was definitely time to start scrambling and calling it a fucking horror.
Yep, and
it was a little close the first game, then I think they would have wanted it to be, but yeah.
Berserker looking for the outplay. Oh, does not get it. That's going to be another 300 over to Doran. Pungyan does manage to
T1 is like climbing the ladder again. Now they face DNF, who's last. On Sunday they face KT, who's like 7th. You lose to bro, you gotta reclimb your way.
3 games. The entire round robin, and unfortunately, none of them were in the same series. So the 0-9 has been achieved.